So, I was on vacation. I had ordered a guitar before vacation. I was expecting it to take a while to get here. So, but it arrived while I was gone. Had a nice neighbor get it for me. So, let's find out what it is. Of course, by the name of the video, everyone will know, unless I get tricky. And I think I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to put 3 videos together, basically. We'll do the box opening, then I will do a physical review, like all of its parts, how it looks, how it feels, and all that jazz. And then we'll do a sound. Should be all in one video. So let's see here. Oh, looks like I had it upside down there. Comes with the trusty cheapy cable, and the truss rod adjuster. There you go. It's the cheapies, but you know what? It's always good to have these laying around. You can use them for other things sometimes. Kind of a good little backup if you're, hanging out at a friend's house and need a cable real quick or something. So it looks like I had the package upside down. So let's go ahead and flip this way. And be a little tricky. You can kind of see. Now, I have seen several YouTubers, obviously, the ones that review these a lot, get similar style guitars, but I hadn't seen anyone get this model, which is kind of interesting. And that's the reason why I picked it out, because I wanted this more of an interesting look. There you go. And the reason why I like it is because it's got the Les Paul style setup with, it's a lot farther than it looks, the Les Paul style pickup selector. You watch some YouTubers try to do this one-handed, and they've gotten pretty good. I have not. My normal studio space is occupied right now for the night, so I wanted to get the box opening done tonight so I can twiddle around on it. And you can see Firefly, called the Pure series. Pure. So it has the locking tuners, roasted maple neck, which goes into that maple, I'm assuming, looking body. I'm not a big aficionado on my woods. And it has the plastic plate there, and it has the nicer plastic rubbery between the neck and the headstock, the neck and the body. It looks really nice. I really like the look. I like the going from the wood to the kind of a bluish silver top. And then going up the headstock. It's got the rounded, let's see if I can get that rounded finger fret ends. Those are supposed to be stainless steel. Supposed to be bone nut. I couldn't tell you whether it was bone nut or not. Has the string trees and has those locking tuners. And this one designed and backed by whatever that is, a serial number on there. And these are supposed to be parts of it. I think the bridge is like a South Korean or something like that. I'll have to look up the stats on it later. But from the looks great. I may try to get some better images once I get it up into the studio. But pretty nice. I like what I'm seeing. So anyway, all right. That's part 1. Okay, take care. We'll see you in part 2. So this is the new Firefly. It's a Tele, but it's also an LP. It's kind of why I liked it. It has the LP knobs, the humbuckers, switch up here, but it's definitely based on a Tele body. So anyway, that's why I liked it. So here we go. So I'm playing through my positive grid. It's not mic'd or anything, it's just sitting right next to me. And I'm using a Marshall style amp with, I think I got a little bit of reverb, little gate. And I wonder, do I have the, yeah, I've got the tube screamer type thing on there. So get a little more grit to it. So that's the middle pickup. Here's the neck. All right, let's try a different amp. I'm gonna go to this is my bluesy or bluey unicorn. Much. That's kind of based on a Fender and with just a drive pedal. I do have a gate on there. When I'm playing during the day, it's nice to have the gate, you know, so I can just kill the volume real quick and it's not feeding back or anything. Let's go ahead and turn the gate off. Just kind of play around with that for a second. Here's with the gate off. Gate on. Off. On. Notice that, I mean, it is humbuckers, so it is a lot quieter than, you know, not humbuckers. So, you know, you're not dealing with the, you know, the Fender Stratocaster, you know, what's it, 60 cycle hum kind of thing. This is a pretty quiet guitar, and let's try it with the Marshall again, because the Marshall's ramped up a bit more. And I'll take the gate off. Here's with the gate. Without the gate. There you go. So one thing, well, a few things I'd like to point out. This does have the locking tuners on the back. And this is the first guitar I've had with these style locking tuners. And thus far, I really like it. You just turn it one way to loosen them. It took me a second to figure out. It's not toward me, it's the other way. And then tune up your strings and then roll it back to tighten it up. Thus far, Stays in tune pretty well. For a cheaper guitar at this price point, you really, that's been my major complaint with most of them, is keeping, most of the time it's the G string in tune. Does that mean, I guess you bend that the most? And I haven't had any trouble with this one. May not be perfect, but close enough for government work. And anyway, it is a roasted maple neck on the back, and it claims that the front is rosewood. And the nice thing here is that these are the rounded frets. Don't know if you can see that. Fret ends are rounded. Those are stainless steel. I started thinking about it. I was like, have I ever worried about my frets, you know, not being shiny? It's never been a thing. I do have an old pawn shop guitar that I shined up the frets on it, but most of the time I could care less whether or not it's stainless steel. But it does, I guess, you know, a lot of people, especially a lot of the videos I've watched, you know, they rave about the stainless steel, and you know, that's great. My big thing is pickups and these things being stainless steel, because my hands are pretty corrosive. I have to wipe down my guitars quite a bit to keep them from, you know, the pickup covers getting a little bit of dullness added to them. And I also shine. I use a polished stuff to keep it from getting that way too. But anyway, so it does have the locking tuners. Really like that. It has the, like I said, it's got the LP layout, which I really like. The belly cut, which I'm sure most of you have seen with the new Firefly Tele style, and I think the Strat. They've added the belly cut, and they've added where you can get up here to fret, to make fretting easier up there. My only hiccup is that there is a little bit of flaw. Probably can't even see it. It's in there. Kind of hard to put my finger there, but right in there, it looks like that either didn't get polished or something scratched it, and so that little spot, I'm not trying to flip you off, that little spot is a little scratched, or I don't know if it's scratched or it's just not polished, or if that's just the way the wood looks there. But anyway, overall, I like the way it sounds. I like the way it plays. The neck is definitely a little thinner than I'm used to. I really used to like baseball bat style necks, but I've kind of progressed, and I enjoy more of a kind of middle of the road. Twangy too, so that's the nice thing is if you're out for that Tele type of twang. I wouldn't say it's as twangy as a Tele, but it can get there. It can get close. But anyway, so I'm not really out to like promote a brand per se. That's not really my bag. But saving you money is. And so this guitar, even though they don't have the exact one on the site anymore, they have several like it. They have one actually that has the standard Tele layout, but it has a whammy bar. So that's pretty cool on a Tele. and they generally they come back through and they have the same models again. But for this was $179. I mean, for what you get, I mean, look at the finish. The wood finish on the back, the cut, the stainless steel frets. Guess it's rosewood. I couldn't tell you the difference. The ball ends, they're rounded. Then locking tuners. The only other hiccup is the highest E tuner is super tight to twist. It may be, I might be able to loosen the screw on the top or something. I'll have to figure that out. But it stays in tune, so I'm not going to complain too much. So, I mean, this was, I think, about $204 shipped to my home. I actually ordered it before I went on vacation, thinking it was going to be here, like 3 weeks later, and it arrived during my vacation, the first day of my vacation. So anyway, I was a little, it's like, wait a minute, it's not supposed to come in that soon. So I had to get a neighbor to pick it up off the porch. But anyway, growing up, I would have loved to have something of this quality at this price point. So would my dad. My dad didn't like to pay a lot for stuff. Neither do I. Chip off the old block. But anyway, so the price is so cheap nowadays that if you just have a little bit of money, you're a kid and you're wanting to play guitar. I mean, you mow 20 lawns during the summer, and I don't know what the going rate of mowing a lawn is, but if it's $10 a lawn or whatever, if it's 20, then you only have to mow 5 lawns, whatever. But you can pick up one of these pretty darn cheap. The other thing I was thinking about doing is putting a Bigsby on the end here. This is pretty short from here to here, and that was, if you're thinking about that, I was looking at the GFS has this thing called an X trim, but the X trim is too long. I think it's like 5.5 inches, and this is only like 4.5. So might look at other options or putting on a real Bigsby trim on it, just to kind of spice it up. And at this price point, you can spice it up. So anyway, would I buy this again? Yes, I would. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Am I getting paid anything for this? No, I'm not. Do I care? Not really. It doesn't really make a difference to me. But if I can save you guys a little bit of money on the, out of your wallet, keep some money in your wallet, then, that's kind of my goal here. So anyway, hope you have a great day. Take care. God bless. And try to bless others.